So what's in this podcast? Episode 78. I don't always be forgetting what episode it is, but it's one of those. 78, 79, one of those. We're on here with a special guest, Cuetip. Been waiting to have you, man. Been waiting to have you. One of the best video dudes around here in Fredericksburg and in the Virginia area and period, man. It's been really, I've been watching you from a distance, just admiring your work. Like you said, you told me earlier, you don't make videos, you make movies. You know what I'm saying? And all your videos seem like movies. It seem like you take your time and you work with the artists as well to push your vision. And like, I like that shit as a video man. Like, so how did you get into like doing videos and shit?
Man, I used to always be at the crib chilling, just playing the game. My cousins always just come in and like, you try to help me do something? I'm like, fuck it. He's like, I bet. Like, I didn't want to sit on the game all day. Every time, like, nigga just be, I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I was just helping this nigga shoot the video.
Yeah.
And like, he was directing it, like shooting it, editing. He did everything himself. And like, I was just pretty much his helper, and I would just go around help. So like, when I was like in high school, and like, so I was really just shooting videos and not even knowing. I didn't know what was going on. Like, I was meeting a lot of cool artists, big people, and I didn't even know who they was. I was just having fun. I was just out there just lit. Like, I was a little kid, like, damn, yo, I was all the niggas out there just I was like, I didn't care about nothing. I was just like, bet that I was going to play the game. Like, finish playing my game. So I just kept having fun. I didn't know what was going on.
So you just really got into it, just picking up the camera, just shooting and just having fun with it. That's the best way to go about it, for real, man. That's kind of like how I came with music. Everybody around me was just doing it. I was playing soccer, so every time I get out of practice, I'll just come to the studio and just watch everybody rap and shit. Then eventually my boys were like, yo, like, you should actually just try that shit. I was like, fuck it. But I never really took it serious until like, I got a little older. And I was like, man, I kind of do want to just try it. And once I tried it, then you just have fun with it. Like, it's fun for me. Like, all this shit is fun. Like, I don't think anything we should do should not be fun. You know what I'm saying? Because we already got most of the time we already got to fucking work, fucking the jobs that suck and shit. Might as well try to make our lives as fun as possible. You know what I'm saying? So tell me about your video channel. Like, how'd you get into doing video games and things like that?
No camera cut on.
I remember as a kid, like my people used to always be arguing with young men or partying, or they had church service, had to be quiet. So I used to, cause like I was a kid when I was growing up in Stafford, my mom was at daycare. Everybody was doing it. So I used to go play the game and get away from everybody, or I go play the game and get everybody to play the game with me so I can have some fun. You know what I'm saying? So I always start like that. I was like, man, whenever I get bored, I get tired of people, I have to go play the game. So it's like I always like playing the game was always my escape away from everything. So I always got to deal with my whole life, man. Sometimes my life just gets too much. It's like, man, I'm just gonna play the game. And then I can go back and deal with it a little bit later, and I'll be good. That's where like the passion comes from. Because it was always I felt like one thing that was always like, all right, if I play this game,
and you don't really have to deal with anybody when you're playing the game. It's like you're like I know me. I'm like I like to be by myself a lot of times. So anything I can do by myself and not have to deal with a lot of people is always like fun for me. So like, what is your favorite game to play? 2K. That's my favorite. Hey, we're supposed to have like a little game tournament here. We're going to do 2K Madden and shit. So definitely come through.
I'm in there. I'm putting money. I used to be at the studio put bets on 2K. Everybody be like, hey, you trying to play 2K for 20 games? Man, you always try to play. Come on. They was like, even when I lose, they like, sometimes some niggas be like, man, it's like losing money. You think you be cheating? You ain't even garbage. You play in the center. I was like, I just like playing this shit. They like, if I got paid to play, fuck it. They can here, take the money. I just like playing the game, bro. Like, I just like playing the game because I get tired of playing people online. With 2K, when you play online, your server connection is off. You got latency lag. So it's like even if you use the greatest, like latency lag can mess you up. So it's like I'd rather play with people in person. So it's like if I get the opportunity, I don't care if I lose, man. I'm happy. I got time to play somebody. You know what I'm saying? I don't really care. I just be enjoying the moment, yo.
Yeah. Man, 2K is like that's probably the only game. I play 2K and FIFA. I only play 2 games the whole time. I play Madden somewhat, but I suck, so I'm not too good. But I haven't, like lately I haven't been able to like dive in and play video games like that. But when I do, it's like it's gonna last me for like I'll be on that shit for like a week, 2 weeks straight. Like it's been one of them things where like for me it's like almost not a distraction almost, but like I had to separate because like I'll dive into a game. I want to play the whole. I play franchise mode and shit. So I want to do the whole franchise. As soon as I start, like I couldn't stop. Like
I'm the same way. I keep selling. I always get to the point where it's something like ain't nobody on there. Ain't no regular people on it no more. I'm like, I don't play this.
Yeah,
Like, I don't know these people. Like, it just made it worse. Like, you make these crazy little players and I don't know who they is. Like,
you play my player a lot?
All the time.
Got you. I haven't got
both systems, Madden and 2K. Like, I love it. I love making my own player, making my own teams, and just playing throughout it. I wish like in like the franchise mode they can make a way where you could be like you know how my player is.
Yeah.
You can have a my player through franchise mode. But it actually is story mode, and it's actually like but you're a franchise, you're an owner, but like I don't know, it's like it'd be hard to explain. Like you would have to just do it just for people, and people would play it. Like you would be in franchise mode, you have control of the whole team, but you still have to be able to switch and go back to control that one player, then go through that franchise mode. So if you'd be like, so pretty much you'd be LeBron.
Right,
so if you wanted to be like, get this nigga up out of here, you'd be able to trade him, and then you would go through and you would play it, and you would go through all the phases of like the media hating you, like your teammates hating you.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun because like when you I don't know about you, but I had a dream of like playing when I was little. I would like want to be famous basketball player, famous soccer player.
I feel like everybody did.
Yeah, so like the game actually lets you allow you to feel that a little bit. So that shit's always fun, yo.
Honestly, that's another one of my dreams. When I like get like a decent amount of money from my business and my jobs I do, I'm probably gonna find a couple of developers and I'm gonna create my own game. It's super simple, bro.
Yeah.
So it's like blasphemy to think that people think making games are hard. It's so simple.
Right.
The only reason like the AAA titles are really like dominating, them niggas got money. That's it.
Yeah.
They got all the money. They got all the marketing. There's so many indie games that are so much better than Call of Duty and Battlefield and all these games, and it's like they just you don't hear about it because they don't have the marketing. They don't know all that stuff to push the game. Like my dream is to find like two of my dreams is to get my own studio, develop my own indie game. It'll be like I'll probably do a shooter or like a Grand Theft Auto type of game.
Yeah, that would be dope.
But the Grand Theft Auto, it would just be mainly focused on player PvP. And then like I want to worry about the story mode because people really the reason why games take so long to come out is because the games focus more on the story mode instead of the multiplayer, which people actually care about. Like that's why 2K takes so long, and that they do it yearly because they put so much into the creating the story. You gotta do voiceover. It's like a movie.
Yeah.
They're creating movies, but in a game.
I see what
so
you're saying.
Every year, that's why 2K comes out every year and they do this, like, because it makes them so much money by making these stories, because it's a movie. It's like they're dropping movies every year, and that generates the money. So like, why the hell would we stop this?
Exactly.
I don't care if you can't green release in like 15 times in a row. We green release. Leave us alone. Like, we gave you a product to shut up and play it. And they're like, we have to pay our bills though. What's gonna pay our bills is this story, not your multiplayer and all just crossing each other over like 80 million times. Like, if you just not complain and just help, like, that's why everything's the way it is, because they have to pay their bills. But if they would have like make it like how Fortnite's pay model be, like do everything to be through cosmetically instead of just paying for the game, you'll be able to push a good product and still get your bills paid. Like that's why Fortnite was so revolutionary. Because Fortnite, that was really made by a small like a gaming studio.
Oh, okay.
So it wasn't like it's not a Fortnite wasn't a AAA studio. It is now.
Wow.
It is now.
I didn't even
but
know that.
when they first came out, like the game been in development. I'm like, bro, a lot of these games be in development for years. Like people just don't know about it.
Right.
Because it takes so long. Because it's cause like you gotta do like 3D modeling and scaling, and people gotta go in and create all of these things and place them. And then you get a person to go in and then like try to play it. The reason why we don't like honestly like game testers are kind of like out right now. Because like everything's moving too fast that they're trying to meet all these quotas, and these investors, people are investing all this money into all this stuff, and like they have to meet the deadlines. They don't got time to get somebody the game, let them play it for like 8 hours, and then wait for their feedback, and then like they're not doing that. They're not paying someone to do it. They want to play it anyway. So why? What's the point of them paying someone to play the game when they can just drop the game, and people play, and they just give them the feedback?
Exactly.
It's a waste of money. Like people just don't. I don't know. People gotta do research. People just talk and never.
They never do the research.
They never do research.
That's just like in the music, man. Like you got all these people that want to rap and shit, but they never really figure out how to get their, you know, their music out there and grab a fan base. A lot of people just put out music on SoundCloud or Spinrilla and then don't do nothing with it. And they be like, damn, why am I only getting like 5 plays or 6 plays? Like, it's other, you gotta put your research into it.
I never understood why people put anything on like DatPiff.
Especially now, times change.
I'm like, dude, if you pay $60 to United Masters, you can legit like put it on all platforms and generate revenue.
Yep.
I'd be like, do you not want to make money off your music,
Exactly.
or do you want to just do it for a hobby? Like,
Right.
what are you doing here? Like,
unless you got like a plan, like what I've been doing now is like every week, every Friday, just leading up to my album, I'll put out like old songs that I recorded years ago, and I'll just put them out on SoundCloud just to throw it out there. But like, I'm not thinking.
That's what SoundCloud's meant for.
Right,
it's like
exactly.
It's meant for the throwaways, the fun songs.
Exactly.
You can go out and then you give your fans something. But nowadays, YouTube, like with all the major artists, that's what YouTube's for. I was talking to a couple of artists and I was telling them like all these leaked songs, like on these YouTube channels that don't be for the artists. The artists did that. Like, are you think they're dumb? Like, dude, they have I forgot what's it called, but it's like a name where it doesn't matter what platform your song's on. If someone posts that, you get paid for that. So.
Okay. I see what you're saying.
So it's like if your label says you can't put no music out. Oh, okay. Leak the song. I'm gonna get paid for everything. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like come on, like, bro, you think he's gonna let all these people just leak all these songs, and he doesn't get $1 for it? He's just gonna let that sit? Like, come on.
Especially like people like Drake. I went on YouTube. I seen his shit. Most of that album, Certified Lover Boy, it leaked on YouTube and shit. You know he did. I mean,
but then again, sometimes I heard rumors that his actually did get leaked because, say for instance, you're working with a producer and then it goes sour. Fuck this nigga. Boom. You know what I'm saying? But he still gets paid for it, so it doesn't matter. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, either way, it's like, okay.
You can see that happening a lot to like some of the major artists, because there's so many people that are in between, like when it get recorded and then from the mastering process, anyone could just say, you know what? Someone's offering me $30,000 for this Drake. I'm gonna take that. Anybody can do that shit.
Like, so think about it with the Quit Miller thing. Also, when people forget, when you're going to the studio and you're working with a producer and you have people coming in, things happen.
Yeah, that's a fact.
He might do something that he don't like. They might say something that he don't like, and then everything just goes in a bonfire. And it's like, shit. Like, that happened to me plenty of times with me doing videos and like me working with different artists. Like things would be said or actions would be did, and then everything is just like just escalated. Shit, we gotta get the hell out of here. Like, it is like everybody just scatter like roaches. Everybody go their way. And that's where you meet that's like right when that happens, that's where you meet your relationships. And that's where you start building your teams. Because when you go through those real moments, you'll start really seeing who is a part for you, who's a part of your team. And that's another thing that artists, that's when they mess up. They don't really just be an artist. They try to like do everything on their own, isolate themselves, and it's like, so now you don't have a story.
Right, exactly.
You're just this so-called internet nigga. That's the way. Like, now that they're looking at you like, oh, he just sitting here rapping and then posting, and he ain't really outside. Like, you have to go to the studio, bro.
You have to go around.
You gotta go pay the photographers for photo shoots. Like, I didn't fucked up and let Q-Tip in the door. All you gotta do, once you let me in the door, it's over. It's you ain't stopping me. You ain't stopping me. I'm like, I'm too good. Like, everybody love me, bro. I'm real nigga. Like, I don't do nobody dirty. Like, I'm always respectful. Like, I'm just, if I don't take it there unless someone disrespect me. Right. So it's like, that's why people like me, because they're like, oh no, I just give them their respect. If things don't go well, I'm like, hey, I'm sorry, bro. Like, just even with the job, I was like, things ain't go right. It just wasn't a good fit. It's like, I'm gonna go on my day. That's
how I treat life, bro. I'm not getting stressed over nothing.
Yeah,
like it is what it is. Whoever you believe in the higher power, he got you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why it is what it is.
I'm trying to tell you, so when people be doing, I just be moving on. I'm telling you, like. I was like, bro, I was like, see, so for instance, I just want like the NBA YoungBoy and Lil Durk beat. Yeah. Man, that shit been going on. Niggas is stupid. If you go back to an interview that happened 4 years ago, NBA YoungBoy already got a song with Lil Durk.
Oh, yeah, I think I heard that
These
shit.
These niggas done already ran into each other. These niggas been beefing, y'all.
Yep.
Mind y'all business.
Yep.
That's what niggas gotta do.
Yep.
Like NLE Chopper, he ruined himself. Like
Yeah.
he should have stayed out of it, bro. You got the speaking and then you got this fan. You didn't had a little bump in, but at the end of the day, nigga, you a rapper.
Because if you know
the fact that happened and you a rapper and a little white boy got, oh, it's embarrassing, bro.
If you notice the big niggas, they don't fucking comment on motherfucking people's shit.
Like Future got something to say?
Hell nah.
Future like
he trying to do work with. You see what the baby said? Fuck it, I'll do a song with NBA Young, and I'm still cool with Lil Durk. Like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Got nothing to do with me.
Just trying to get my money. I'm capitalizing.
Bro, go back and look at NBA Young interviews, bro. It was like 3 years ago, bro. Bro said it. Hey, I got a song with Lil Durk, all them niggas. So clearly they just ain't drop it because something went on. Remember I told you, I was like, you be going to these studios, trust me, because all the hoes be coming in, niggas be trying to fuck with the hoes, and then niggas be trying to make money.
This music shit, even on our level here in Fredericksburg, we notice the fuck shit that goes on. You know this fuck shit going on up there.
So it's, man, you get to that level, it's like
actual real money involved. I couldn't imagine
anything.
Some of the shit we've been through just doing this shit in Fredericksburg, if money wasn't, bro, I could not imagine, yo.
Yo, females trying to set you up, niggas. They gonna take it to the extreme because there's money behind it. Like that's like, you know what I'm saying? You go from being starving to the nigga in the mansion, like so they gonna do what it takes. They gonna do whatever it takes. Like, bro, just even look at Meek Mill. It was a rumors going around that Meek Mill and Ross. They were Meek Mill independent now. Meek Mill don't fuck with nobody. Meek Mill got Carter Visions now. It's all of a sudden this new videographer came out. I was telling people, man, that nigga ain't just come out. That nigga been around. That nigga been around. Like that nigga Meek knew who bro was and changed this nigga life and helped him start his own business. Like, nigga, you don't just start off and be out in Paris shooting with this nigga been around, so y'all don't understand. Like, this nigga been around, y'all. Like, I was telling the people, like, I was telling artists, I'm like, bro, I gotta work. It was like, you need to be patient. Be patient? Hell yeah. But we can be patient and work, nigga. Like, what you talking about? Like, keep
you got
working.
literally, it's life or, to me, it becomes life or death at a certain point. Because it's like, either you gonna go all the way in the shit or you gonna keep falling below the wayside, because the only people, it's billions of people trying to do the same thing. You only probably got 1 million of them people that are actually got a plan. Then you probably got like a couple 100,000 of those people that actually execute the plan.
Then you got Cola Rays that come up with rich parents and got a damn
and they got the money already.
And then when she go do a damn show, ain't nobody fucking with it because don't nobody know who this little girl is.
All she got is promotion money.
This shit good because she got the best entertainers and all the promotions. Like, damn, that shit, ooh, yeah, that shit rock. But when you get this, like, who is this? You don't know this bitch.
You know what's so crazy? It's so different between people getting on the show, doing their shows, and then what they sell online and shit. Like, some people don't want to come to your mother.
Man, people be scary. They be like, they don't want to go to them shows. It's COVID. People shooting. Motherfuckers dying left and right. They see all these shows out. They like, I ain't going to that motherfucking show. So it's two different fan bases and groups of people. Like, if you don't go out to them clubs and that, bro, I'm telling you, I was going out to the club with my man. He put me on. He was showing me everything. Like, I'm like, oh hell, I ain't met none of these niggas. There's so many niggas with so much money, y'all, and that do the same shit that all these rappers do, and don't got none of that entertainment, but got more money than all these niggas. So I'm like, how the hell I need to I'm on the internet. I'm like, let's go hang out with these niggas.
And normally those are the niggas that are pushing, they putting their bread behind the artists.
I'm at a damn promoter that got, like, he got some followers, but, like, he don't be getting no likes on his posts. He don't be, man, yo, Harry Parker. He the nigga that he the nigga that getting a rapper paid, and then I'm like, oh nigga, you more lit than the rappers, for real. You only like it's only like a few rappers that's really got the money that's more lit than you, but man, them regular niggas, hell no, cause they need your ass. Like, this shit you get into this, they like, oh thank God, and you do this every day, like, you know what I'm saying? You getting this shit going, you flying, like, oh this nigga lit, like. I don't want to be no rapper. I remember when I was young, I remember my cousin showed me all that. I'm like, I don't want to be no rapper. I was like, nigga, I want to be a gamer. But I don't want to fuck with all the rappers. Because I'm telling you, watch this what I tell you. I'm going to stamp this. This is going to happen like years later. Like, one thing, when I build my gaming, you know, like how Tuki had the soundtrack? I'm gonna have my own soundtrack. I'm gonna do everything myself.
I noticed you do your own music on that song. That shit fire.
So I'm gonna host all when I do a good soundtrack, I'm doing everything.
Oh, that's hard.
I'm doing everything. Like, if I was to have the connection right now, I'd hit up Floyd Mayweather and go, let's go make a good boxing game.
Right.
Mayweather doing that. I'm like, Mayweather, all we gotta do is get to bro. First of all, Microsoft, they buying all these game studios. You got the money, let's buy a small studio.
Yep.
Let's go to Microsoft. Hey, let's make this one of your top games. Let's put it on Xbox Game Pass. It'd be independent. Mayweather, you the star. You can put you the cover. I do photography. I know graphic design. I can make the whole cover. I can do all that. You got the connections, get the shipping labels, all that. Well, we don't even need all that. It's all digital now. So everything, all the branding, I got you, bro. You don't even gotta worry about that. The sound music, I got you. You pick the artist. I'm gonna go hit them up. I'm gonna get everything done. We're gonna get the songs out, and we're gonna put it on there. Now we just gotta wait for them to develop the game. Now we got a boxing game in your name, and we can just let it break bread. Boom.
And he gonna love that shit, cause he gonna make. Look at John Madden. That nigga eat him.
See, bro, people, like I ain't gonna hold you. If I had the money, I go fight with 2K. I know I'll beat 2K out. I know I would, cause all I need, the NBA Live was better than 2K back in the day. You just need to get that same gaming studio, get the right developers, put the right soundtrack, get the right branding.
Yeah, 2K did their thing when they started linking up with the certain branding deals with the artists and shit. So they started taking away from.
On top of it, what really got it better was because if you ever look at the NBA Live, the new ones and the old ones, it's totally different. What be happening is the developers, that the studios, they like to break apart. The reason why, like the new Battlefield, the reason why the new Battlefield is ass is because all the old people that created Battlefield that made it great, they work for Respawning. They don't work for the DICE.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
So when they go and make this game, that's why you got some weird ass hero shooter and not Battlefield, because the niggas that made Battlefield aren't there no more. They got treated wrong, and then they get treated right, and their payment wasn't right, so it went somewhere where it was. Right. So now Battlefield can't make a Battlefield game.
Right, I see what you're saying.
The reason why Call of Duty's ass is because all those old developers are not there no more. And no one wanted to listen to them, and they went on with their lives. And they went and found new jobs, and they went on to bigger and better things. And now, wow, the same studios think they could easily just, okay, we just go get replaced now. Call of Duty's ass, Battlefield's ass, every game is ass right now. The top games are like Apex, Escape from Tarkov, all these other games. It's like, where the hell is this? Right. It's just a new era. It's just a new, you see what I'm saying? It's a new, No Savage come out, Lil Low. It's a new era, y'all. Shot Glizzy, he popping, Fat Cho, they popping, but you know what I'm saying? It's a new Savage, Lil Low era now. Like, niggas still looking for Lil Low. What the hell, man? Where you at, bro? Like,
the trends go by fast, and they go by faster now. I remember when we first started talking, you had told me people like the street shit is going to start eventually drifting off. Because more people are going to want to deal with people that they can market their business with.
You don't got time for this shit, man. Bro, I got over 100 videos. I can barely market them shit on Google Ads because I got so much cussing and spamming. I done made over 100 game videos. I can't market none of this shit. I'm like, I was like, bro, nigga, you need to go from a bunch of white folks. You know how to talk proper. I was like, nigga, all this shit don't make no sense. I was like, I can't make money off none of this shit. I'm wasting my damn time. Like, oh
it's
man,
only a couple people crazy, that can really cut through with that, and most of those guys, those street guys, are playing. They might be street, but they know how to interact. They know how to do business with the people.
You know who mastered that?
Who?
Snoop Dogg and 50 Cent.
Yep. And you know what? You could barely tell that them niggas is real street niggas, because they cover that shit up. So the everyday white person could be like, I love Snoop Dogg.
But at the same time, he a rapper, so it's like they'll let that nigga slide with it, because it's like you gotta think about like if. Alright, they might let you smoke that joint in the warehouse, but if you go do all this good, they can look past that. You feel me? Like, everyone has flaws. 50 Cent, this nigga took care of how many people's lives and helped change so many lives and did nothing but great in this world.
I love about 50 Cent. He is still the one man that if anyone walk up on him, he will still fucking lay there. He don't give a fuck.
Also, I want to say too, LeBron James too. Think about it. You see his tweets, nigga be cussing in it. You think the NBA want this nigga to take tweets? No. But
He waited. He waited before he started. LeBron waited before he started being a little bit more like on edge. Like he waited to get till he became his dad.
He from Akron. That's where my whole dad's
Oh yeah.
Them ghetto as hell up here. That man ain't no type. He ain't never. That's him. That's who he is. He gonna cut. Like I bet you if I go meet this nigga in person right now, he gonna cuss you out. If you do some shit you ain't supposed to do. That's fuck wrong with you. He gonna cuss your ass out because that's who he is. Like, and so that's why he got a marketing team. But that's why. But sometimes nigga probably get irritated seeing this shit. Like, oh, he supposed to got me. And it's like, what you doing? You can't do that. Like,
he really did when he caught his son smoking weed. He probably was like, look, man, I know you smoking everything, but just keep that off the camera, bro.
He beat his ass. That nigga from the street. And every nigga that's from the streets don't want that nigga's son doing that shit.
Yeah, that's true.
He was on his ass, but he probably laughed and then got on his ass.
Yeah.
This nigga got high. Let's go beat his ass.
High on the camera, like, come on, dog. Why you do it on the camera? They get like,
oh man. Cause you gotta think about Obama and his kids too. When they got like
Malia was smoking.
Like, man, nigga, we all did that shit. Like, come on, man, these are motherfucking people alone. Like, y'all want these people to be robots and not human beings.
Everybody does
crazy.
something.
Like, and people see her relationship. Oh, she a hoe. What? Nigga, wasn't you fucking bro, I hate this generation, bro. Everybody wants to fuck early. And now when we call you a hoe, you got a problem. I was a late boomer, and I'm happy to say that. I remember we was in, back in class in middle school, like 19th grade. Nigga was like, yo, nigga was getting head. I looked at niggas like, shit, I wish I don't know. I ain't got nothing yet. Nigga, everybody like, kind of laughed at me. I was like, I don't care, bro.
You know what's crazy?
Ugly as hell. That's such a
No,
nigga, you ain't getting no cool points.
When I think about shit, bro, like the earlier you start fucking, like your mind's not really developed at like 14, 13, so like that shit could probably fuck with you, low. That's why bitches and niggas become hoes. Like they just want to fuck all the time because it's like, what else do you know?
I'm like, bro, y'all just ran through at this point. Y'all look goofy.
Yeah, but
young as hell with these
a big reason is social media. Like, cause they be seeing all this stuff on social media, and then they want to be like the people on social media.
Yeah, they be thinking that's so cool. Like,
Kim Kardashian.
It's
that sex tape right? They said, oh, I want to do that.
2016, I put all my money in the motherfucker, you know the little drink you turn down, you can change it. I put my money in the baby station. Cause I cherish my money like it's a kid. I did that shit, but I stopped doing that shit. I looked back, I was like, Q was goofy as hell.
Cause these niggas, if you really in the drugs and shit, you selling your shit, and then you automatically just posting all your money in, all these niggas gotta do. Oh, okay. He got money.
I ain't gonna hold you for me. It's not even that. Well, I learned about credit. I said, what the fuck are you doing this shit for? Oh man, I was trapping niggas. They was like, oh, no, we gotta get like this and this. Like, y'all risking all this shit, and you trying to tell me if I just go to pay my damn bills and go to work and get a 401k, I can just take this loan out and get 3 times the amount of money that y'all done went out and did, and that the police is gonna take and just kick your ass, kick you to the curb, like don't do it again, so I can take it again, and then I can just do this right, like just take a couple more years, a little bit longer, and then I can come back with then I can just. Here, I don't hear y'all. Here, get off my. And they be like, oh, okay, that's fine. And you know what I'm saying? Right. So I can go buy a store. I can go get a Wingstop. Like, nigga, I can go do a lot of shit. Like even with real estate. Like when I learned, like nigga can take you can sell some shit. Yeah. And then buy some shit. And then while you still got the house, you can take the equity out. Yep. The fuck is the equity? I was like,
white people been doing this shit for years.
So you can tell me I can buy a house, right? Can take the equity out, get a bunch of money for the same amount for the house, but I still got the bitch. Yep. And I can use the money for other. Oh, I just gotta pay it back. Bro, but how long I gotta pay it back? And you see, like how long? Nigga, I might die. I'm like, oh, give me that shit, nigga. I'm tripping. Like, what is it in the trap for, nigga? We risking our lives behind all these drugs, nigga. We tripping. Let's get the hell up out of here. I'm tripping. Like, I was like, nigga, I'm gonna go to college. I'm gonna work. I was like, nigga, I'm fucked up. I was like, nigga, I'm fucked up. Crying. I was like, oh, this bitch, like, nigga, why I do this stupid shit? I was like, I'm stupid as hell. Like, we should just get into a milestone. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Niggas got too ambitious and fucked up. Like,
My cousin, man, who was probably the first person I seen do this, because I used to think it was crazy. Like, he was trapping good with the weed and shit, man. And then, but he had a job at fucking Home Depot. So I used to be like, yo, he was older than me. So I'd be like, yo, like, you making so much money doing money working at home? He said, bro, because all that money, I can clean that with this fucking Home Depot shit. I'm a manager at Home Depot, so they like, nigga.
It's money laundering. You don't understand. Like, people gotta watch these big movies, see the cartel do it, and be like, that's money laundering. No, nigga, you selling them drugs, and you going buying business, acting like you got, nigga, you just wanted your money. Like, nigga, you're a drug. Like when you start, like, getting, almost like, for me, like, when I start getting older, and I start really looking at the shit I was doing, I was like, damn, man, I'm a little gangster back in the day. When I went to the movies, all in the bathrooms, fighting each other, and then when I walked up in school and then punched that nigga, I was a gangster. I was like, who wanna do that stupid shit?
That's how high school was. You're like, niggas felt, like, I don't know, like, maybe niggas had, like,
stupid as hell.
Yeah, like, I don't know.
Like you said earlier, we was watching that shit on social media, thinking that shit was cool, and then we go and start doing that. We dumb as hell.
Back when I was in school, it was Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne was heavy. So everybody wanted to be a fucking blood.
I was Wiz Khalifa currency.
Wiz Khalifa.
That was my shit. But I was still fucking with Wayne, and I was a Wiz and Gucci type nigga. Like, I was like, and I was a Future, 2 Chainz. I was that Trapper guy, like that good. That's my shit. That's what I was listening to.
But now when you think about it, like in for Maddie's age group, like the younger music, bro, they shit is even worse than ours ever was, yo. Like the shit. They be literally putting niggas that they've killed in their songs. Like,
also, this bitch Cardi B talking about some wet ass pussy.
I don't even want, bro. I don't even want to get started. I don't even want to get started with that, bro.
And y'all got this shit all over the radio.
All over the radio.
All these little kids think,
to all the little kids.
That's all I need. No, bitch, don't.
I know, yo, that shit.
Man, like, I was also saying, like, the NBA YoungBoy, Lil Durk beef was catastrophic. Not for them niggas. Them niggas rich. They gonna be alright. They gonna take them niggas to jail. Alright, once they calm down, alright, go back out.
Man, them niggas not even gonna go at it. The gangs are gonna go at each other, not them.
That too, and also, what I look at is like, now all these little niggas gonna think it's okay to go diss all they ops and then go tell them where they at. Now they all gonna be dead.
They don't be knowing that these rich niggas is doing this shit for me. Like, I think NBA YoungBoy for real. All that shit, he doing it now because he dropping the album. It's like, bro, I'm trying to promote my shit now.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? It's all promotion. That's what niggas don't be realizing.
Also, I really think he got provoked into doing it by everybody else.
Probably.
All the OTF niggas.
Yep.
Them niggas provoked it. Like, he was trying to get his shit together and doing this shit. And then when you get niggas like Aiden Ross trying to say shit, and then you got little niggas say shit, and then you get this nigga saying shit, and you get this nigga saying, oh, y'all niggas think shit sweet, huh? Like, that's how he was feeling. Like, he's like, nigga, I'm just on house arrest. I'm in jail, minding my damn business.
And he seemed like the type of person that's just like, man, you know what, man, fuck them niggas.
Was this nigga in jail when this shit happened?
Yeah, I think so.
So why y'all worried about YoungBoy?
Like, he know what he doing, bro.
Come on, y'all. Now this nigga Rondo, they made a whole damn song about this shit, and none of this shit went out. None of this shit happened when Rondo did it. And this nigga Rondo this nigga that got punched this shit.
Yep.
And nobody give a fuck about this nigga get punched this shit. But this nigga YoungBoy say something, everybody all man, leave this nigga alone, bro. Y'all just want this nigga dick. Leave this young man alone. Like, come on, bro.
What you think about that situation, like with the little Tim and shit? Like, if that was you in that situation, do you feel like that was justified, like for what they?
For Lil Tim? Hell yeah.
That's
bro, that shit happened with some niggas. So our situation. Some niggas that was in the music video that I shot. That was close to my people. There was a whole situation that happened out in a different state, like different city. One of their people, some niggas ran down one of his, like he was in a car. Some niggas ran down on him. Beat his man's ass. He sat in the car with his gun and everything on him, and they didn't even help his burn part out. It's like, damn, nigga, you don't let this nigga get out. You got a gun on you, all that. You ain't do shit.
He showed his shit. Like most of the time, he showed it. Like niggas gonna scatter anyway. Like,
nigga, this nigga Lil Tim hopped out, helped save his buddy for some shit happening to him, saved his brand, his money.
It was two of them. It was literally Tim and Rondo, and I mean like about 60. It was like about 60 niggas. Like
he helped his man out,
and
look, why you think he not in jail? Cause he didn't do nothing illegal, y'all.
Yeah.
They protect themselves.
Even if King Von was coming by himself, how the fuck am I? It's 80 niggas behind this nigga.
This is the real problem people have is that they like, y'all some street niggas. Y'all know how that, y'all supposed to just let them two niggas dope they shit out.
Right, that's a fact.
That's what niggas really had a problem with, but that's what no one want to say.
But that was on Vaughn, because Vaughn didn't say shit. He
just snuck up on it. So they was not wrong for doing that. They was
nobody
not wrong.
If Vaughn makes a move, of course his gang you gotta protect the merchandise.
Niggas just hating on YoungBoy right now because his team up. They really they upped the score. Like there was no score to really up. If Vaughn, people don't want to say is King Von's on.
Yeah.
He ain't had to go slide on, bro. Like you should have sent one of your niggas or something. But that's he a real nigga. He ain't doing it. He gonna step by his own battle. Cause he ain't gonna put another man in his situation to put him in harm and then he gonna do it himself.
Right.
So he went out on his shield. I don't see where you can't say Von pussy none of that. Bro went out on his shield. He stepped by himself as a real nigga and did what he had to do.
The only thing I say for him, knowing that you're worth what you worth, you gotta say something to your crew.
Nah, for real, you can't even say that because then he wouldn't be a real nigga. You getting your people locked up in jail. Like, why you doing that for your beat?
That is true. Or at least telling them like, yo, I'm about to go steal this nigga. Stay back. You know what I'm saying?
That's not even that. You know what you should have did? Should let it go.
That you right. That's the main thing. That's the main thing.
This nigga would have just sat in the car, y'all. I said, man, fuck nigga, this shit ain't worth it.
I just put out my album.
This whole drama wouldn't be happening. Everything would be cool. If he would have just been a man and let his pride to the side and just worried about taking care of his family, not his mother crying, Dirk hurt. Look at the nigga don't want to show his face. Nigga, cause the real nigga probably when he see all them bills was crying. Like that's his nigga cousin. They done came up like imagine where we at. We want to be successful as them niggas. We get successful, and then you see a video that's played out 24/7 on the internet of this nigga dying.
You really think about that shit? That shit.
Hurt,
That shit.
This nigga in his videos, he trying like that. I can see in his videos, he mad as shit. Like look at his face, look at his mood, look at his like if you know how to read through body language, you can tell the nigga going through something. Bro, like he just he holding everything back. He like the probably he would probably break down and cry any time if he really wanted to. Not really wanted to, but if it got to like he probably would. But he probably on drugs and shit trying to keep him, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Then nigga just break into his house, he had to get to shooting at somebody. Like, that nigga head fucked up right now. That nigga head fucked up. That's why he said nigga just hurry your bitch ass up, cause he ready for like he mad as shit. You ain't hear him piss me off? Like you ain't hear what he said? Niggas like go put some money up, go do something, nigga gonna sit your ass like all y'all niggas was there. And then if you go back and look at the shit, these niggas ran. This nigga Quando went back to the body and tried to take the nigga chain and some other shit. And then like low key, even when he was trying to take the chain, the nigga looked really like tried to help the nigga more than his own peoples did. Like what the fuck? This nigga paying for all y'all and none of y'all could have just none of y'all niggas, if you really think about it, bro, when he got hit, if like you know how a first responder will respond, he could have saved his life. They could have saved his life. You only got shot around here. Nigga could have. Oh, hey, bro, hold the bitch. Try to stop as much blood as you can. As much blood as you can. If you look at the video, this nigga Lil Tim wasn't shooting. No one else after that. He boom. He got the dumb in his damn self. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else just got the shooting at nothing. So it's like if these niggas would have thought.
They said it was some cops or something that were shooting.
Because the cops don't deal with that situation on the regular. They don't know how to respond.
All they see is niggas.
Oh shit.
One down.
I've been at plenty of parties, niggas, the boom, boom, boom. Everybody running. I'm like, why y'all running? They just want to clear the scene. Like, if you would just probably just walk out. And everybody, you crazy? Why the hell you running? They ain't shooting at nobody.
You never know if you run, you might run into the situation. I'm gonna tell people, I'm like, bro, anytime everybody start panicking, nigga, you do the opposite. You calm the fuck down, you assess the situation. If you get hit, bro, you get hit. You're really gonna avoid it. Let's be real here. Because if you ran, you was gonna like, you gonna get tumbled. Either way, bro, if you was gonna get hit, bro, just accept it. Figure out what sucks. If you still alive after you get hit, you can think, nigga, think straight. I was with this one girl. We went out to like Norfolk. She was driving my car. This bitch about to take my shit in the ditch because she was trying to light the blunt. The bitch, the cherry fell. I'm just shaking my head like this motherfucker crashed my car, but I ain't do none of that. I was just like, man, pull the wheel. Then she finally just snapped and just yanked that bitch. And she was like, oh my gosh, she was like, yo, thank you for not like
like panicking and going crazy, because usually people smart. Like when that happens, stuff like this start, like people like yell at me and I get startled and I'm like yes, because whenever you get in a serious situation, you're supposed to stay calm. Remember, you hear any police, anything fire, and you in school, you know what they will mainly say? Remain calm, and everything will be fine. Because if you can like I remember my one friend when we played on the game, his name is Panic Shooter.
Yeah.
Bro, this nigga would just remain calm in all of our fights. We will always be good, cause like we be in the fight. Cause if he don't like have his confidence, don't like kill this nigga, he gonna run. And I'm like, nigga, you can't just run. Like, nigga, I'm ready, I'm fighting. Like you ran. Like I was like, we playing Apex. Like I done damn near damaged 2 of them niggas.
Yeah.
Cause if you know Apex, you know what I'm talking about. So like, if you damn near damaged 2 of them niggas, and it's only 3. Nigga, we up. Like, I done already, you know what I'm saying? It's just me that been hurt. And it's y'all too fresh. Like, y'all can take the niggas out. But your ass done ran and left us two. So it's like, damn, nigga, we going. Like, you just panicking like that. But it's like, I don't care. That's him. So, you know what I'm saying? We just go, fuck it. We just got, I was like, so like, the way our strategy of playing with this nigga is, we just gonna keep running. We just gonna keep running all game until we get to that last engagement. And then we go take them all out and try our hardest at the end. Like, so like, and then like at one point, I felt like it was like 20 games straight. We always got to the top 3, top 5. Like, because like we just, instead of like trying to force him to be something that he's not, we just play to his best of his abilities. That's the Lakers problem. That's the Lakers problem. They keep trying to change Westbrook instead of playing to his nigga best ability. You see him last night? Nigga damn near carried them against the Hornets. The Hornets is a good team. Carried them. It was just pretty much 1 or 2 shots. If he would have made that, and you remember what he said? He was like, this was a great game to show our character. So if LeBron and AD stop trying to force this nigga to be this, and they know since they're the best.
Lakers' problem is really AD. AD is the problem, I think.
No, their problem is the same person.
Yeah.
Because all you gotta do, everybody post up on the side. And Westbrook has respect. Let him lead y'all. LeBron, you owe this shit. Sit down. AD, you a big. Get to the side. You know what I'm saying? Like, you give the ball to the point guard and let him be a point guard. Let him do his thing and then he'll be great. And I feel like that's really the whole problem. That's the whole problem, because like they just don't got enough faith in Westbrook. And if they had enough faith in him and they really trusted him, and really believed in him like they said they do, they would just all get on that 3-point line. They clear out and they just let him go on. And then they wait till the kick out. If you ever notice why he got all these turnovers, that nigga don't do this shit. Like when have you seen Westbrook ever had niggas cutting and just throw quick passes? No, and ain't never done that in his career. It's always everybody post up on the side. He just take that bitch in and all instantly or then once he get the rhythm, once he done scored a couple, that's why he hit that 3. That's why he hit that dunk. But if you don't give him the ball, he just go out there, he gonna go. I ain't dunked, I ain't laid it up. That's why he missed a couple layups. He like, damn, what am I doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because he's like, oh shit, oh damn, I did this, and like, damn, this is my first one. I don't know what's going on. Like, his head not in the game, but he got to play to get his head in the game. So it's like, y'all gotta get over this nigga way, just get out of his way. LeBron, AD hit 3s. Nigga, just get on the side, bro. Make sure that joint hit you when they scoop that hoe. And then when you know he about to miss that layup, nigga just crash and just, hey, dunk. Man, that's all it is. But they don't want to change.
They don't want to change.
You got a bunch of old people. Tell into the old fucking trends. So, it ain't gonna. Lakers not gonna do anything.
Yeah, man. I think honestly who do I think is gonna win the championship? I think it's probably gonna end up being I really don't know. It's kind of the toss-up this year. Cause I thought Brooklyn would have, but they don't even look connected.
I do.
So I mean, right now it's looking like
if I was to put my money, it's the Nets and Warriors.
The Warriors.
No one beating the Warriors.
The Warriors too good. The Warriors too good.
They back in action. It's the back when they had the best record. They just Wiseman. They got the Harrison Barnes, which is Wiggins. The Wiggins is even better, and Wiseman's even better than Bogut. He's just not healthy right now. And now you got Kuminga and all these rookies. Like their bench is even better. Clay might not be as good. Curry's still there, but Clay can still shoot. His defense ain't the same.
They got a what's that guy? Poole is their guy. Like
he still got Otto Porter.
Wiggins made the All-Star team.
He should never been a starter. He should never been a starter. He ain't gonna get the boot. Luka. And I get it like, you ain't gonna get Luka, bro?
He's a starter?
Yeah, he
Andrew Wiggins
is an all-star starter. They robbed niggas. What? He got over Devin Booker.
What?
Luka Doncic. Like,
What's
come on,
his
that's
stats?
you could have gave him to Chris Paul and him
That's
starter.
crazy.
Like,
yo.
you gonna put Chris Paul over. You ain't gonna take Chris Paul. You ain't gonna take Devin Booker. You ain't gonna take
That's some
Luka.
crazy
Like,
shit.
this nigga ain't doing nothing out here. He ain't that good.
That's some crazy shit. On that note, yo, shoot. I mean, it's been a good episode, bro. I'm glad you came.
Yeah.
But man, we gotta have you come back soon, bro. We gotta have a long conversation, man. But anything you want to tell the people before we get out of here?
Nah, just go watch my video.
Yeah.
Just go watch the video.
Check them out. We'll have all the links and stuff in the bio. Man, check out my man Cuetip. Once again, one of the best videographers around the area. What's this podcast? Episode 78. Peace.
We out.